Hey y'all, how's everybody doing today? It's been a long time. How's everything doing? I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you had a yummy Thanksgiving with all the food and all the stuffings and all the goodies. As for me, I made a magnificent feast for my family. And I was like, you know what? Because this is such a thankful day, and I'm thankful about life, and I'm thankful for you, my fans, my subscribers, those who's not my fans. Subscribe. Please hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe, drop some comments. I'm also thankful for you. So I just wanted to use this Thanksgiving evening to hit y'all up and talk to y'all. Today's topic I want to discuss is about romance. And I don't know how many people need to, y'all see my cup? Yes. I don't know how many people need to hear this message. But I was talking to my daughter. I have two adult daughters and two younger boys. And ever since I became a mother of men and young men in the making, my boys, I have a different perspective on life. As a woman raising girls to now young women, my advice has changed in the romantic area. So I was talking to my daughter today, and let me drop the tea on how that conversation went. So she's here with her husband, or not her husband, excuse me. I was here with my husband, and she was here with her boyfriend. And I was explaining to her with men and women, we are so different. And our needs are not necessarily always the same. So she's like, what are you saying, Mom? You're supposed to be on my side. And I'm saying to her, it's not a matter of side. It's a matter of treatment. Everybody wants to be treated right. Everybody wants to be treated fairly. And even the men, sometimes us women can be a little too complicated, and men are not as complicated. So she was like, what are you saying, Mommy? Like, whose side are you on? And I'm like, boo, I'm always on your side. But at the same time, I'm trying to put you up on game. And the real tea is, I have read this post online, and it was in the bracket of sometimes guys, it's hard for them to get that in-house loving. And that kind of hit me hard. I was like, what? What you mean? And then, sometimes when we get in these relationships, in the beginning, it's all whatever you want, and it's all this love, and it's all these emotions, and we're so down for giving him whatever he wants, right? But then, fast forward it, a couple of months later, all of a sudden, we become so invested that we start giving them the nookie based on the conditions. Like, oh, did you do this and did you do that? And that's what the post was basically saying. My bad. That's what the post was basically saying. It was saying that it's hard for our men to get loving once they become our husbands or they commit to us. Ladies, I have to address this. I was telling my daughter, I was like, listen, you have to treat your man with love, okay? You have to take care of him. You have to make sure he is well handled, because the minute you don't, then you wonder why so many men cheat, And not saying that their cheating is justified. That is not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is we get so invested in our love relationship that we start neglecting the men's needs. And I've been with my husband over 7 years, and I have learned a lot. And no relationship is perfect. You go through ups, you go through downs. I mean, it's part of life. But what I have learned that No matter what we go through, I still have to entertain his need. Now, for women, we're not as sexual, so our needs may be different. Our needs might be more emotional. You need to hear us talk. How was our day? How's the weather? How's everything? Yada, 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 yada. That's women. We like to have someone that we can talk to. We can feel like that's our best friend, and you're our everything, right? Whereas men like all that good stuff too, but they're way less complicated than women. With us women, we're the way we are, but with men, they're very simple, okay? Give them some loving. Don't nag them too much. They don't want to hear that, okay? And just give them love, kiss on them, love on them, even when they're irritating you, because after a while we start treating them like, they're a pain in our butts, but we genuinely still love them. We just want them to act the way it was in the beginning. But here's the thing. The men want us to act the same way, We get comfortable that, you see this look right here? This is my yummy, yummy look. Do you like it? I hope so. My husband's watching me. He loves it. All right? This is our yummy, yummy look, right? And then when we get with him, all of a sudden, guess what? This wig is off. The lashes is off. All this look goes away. And then we start looking kind of crazy. It's not that they don't love us in our natural skin. It's just, that's not who they're with, okay? They want to see this yummy, yummy look. So we get so comfortable with, I need him to love me for who I am, natural and all, and as a man, they're going to be attracted to, like my husband's attracted to me if I'm dressed up, he's attracted to me if I'm not dressed up, but it's a different response once I get dressed, and as women, we get kind of confused on that, because all of a sudden it becomes so protective, so jealous, so obsessed, that we take that as we don't need to look that way no more, because he's going to trip, right? That's what we're going to think, but they're so simple and non-complicated. They actually want you to keep looking that way and just constantly reassure them, this is all for you. No one else, just you. You feel me? And we can never just hold back the nookie. See, to men, the nookie is kind of like air. It's kind of like oxygen. You feel? How long can you go without breathing? Let's try. I'm gonna hold my breath. Oh, no, it's too much. I had to exhale. It was way too much. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe, So to them, that's how it is when you withhold that good stuff, that nookie in the cookie. They don't want no hold back, ladies. Give it to them. Give it to them when they get on your nerves. Give it to them when they messing up. Just give it to them. It trains them and it keeps them a little bit balanced from them being confused. So in my opinion, my daughter's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen, as long as you're feeding them, they won't look for food, right? But if you're not feeding them, they're going to get nervous and they're going to start looking for food. And even if you are feeding them, it can't be on a condition, okay? Don't use it as a condition to be like, well, if you behave this way, then you'll get some. Nope. Let me tell you something. The most crankiest people in the world is the ones who haven't figured this out. It's very simple. Love on your man. Take care of him. Hold him down. Spoil him. Like, if that's your boo and you really love him, love him. The problem is we get so invested in whatever that is at the time, not the beginning, but when things is getting rough, if you're living with them, if you're paying bills, whatever your struggles is, that starts to dominate. And then we start feeling a way about everything. And now we're so overwhelmed or irritated or mad. He becomes a little punching bag and we don't want to play with him, or we get mad, or he can't do enough things good, or he's not good enough, or he's not moving on time, or he's not jumping as fast as we may need them to jump, right? But a lot of that stuff be really in our heads. Like, we just be going through so much stuff that I commend the men. And the only reason I came up to this is because not really me just being in a relationship, but in my job, I deal with the men and the women. And the women have way more needs to meet than the guys. And then I started looking at it kind of differently, like, wow, women are really needy. Like they really need a lot, like for no reason. We just need a whole bunch of stuff. It's ridiculous, and it makes you have to assess yourself. Like, damn, am I really like that? Sometimes, yeah, we can be so complicated, but it is worth you figuring it out. But ladies, we need to understand that men are not as complicated, and they just want to be fed on all levels. You feel me? The nookie at dinner, food, emotionally loved. They're always strong for us. We always want them to be a man, and we need to nurture that even if they're not going to say, hey, I have feelings, love on me. We have to know that's our job. Because when you don't know it, here's the thing. We become so highlighted and so independent, right? That we forget about the basics. And then that dude will cheat on you with somebody that needs him. And we get so mad, like, I'm working all these hours doing what I need to do, and you violating me with a chick that's home not doing nothing. And here's why. Because she's making him feel wanted. She's making him feel desired. She's making him feel like a man. We get so caught up, we start demasculating these people, and it's hard. It's hard for them to say, hey, stop doing that. Just give me some. Don't do all of that. Love on them. Kiss them on this lip or kiss them on that other head lip that they love. And just love on them, And I promise you, now, if you have one of those men that are just disrespectful, dog ass niggas, let me say it, that don't know how to be faithful and don't know how to be a real boss or king to their queen, we're not talking about them. Throw them away, throw that whole guy back, okay? There's plenty of fish in the sea, sis. But we are talking about the good ones, the ones who are amazing, the ones who break their neck every day to try to figure us out, the ones who's there all the time and never leave our side, but we get so mad that we be like, the hell with him. No, ladies, don't do that. Love on your man, okay? Love him. Take care of him. Make sure he's good. If you take care of him privately when you're home alone by yourself, when you're outside, you better do that 10 times fold, okay? Because let me tell you something. It's always a woman ready to snatch him up, ready to try to compete with you, looking for an opening. And why? Because you're allowing them to see you not take care of him. With mine, I don't care. I love that man. I don't play with him. But he drives me crazy too, and we're always fighting about that. But at the end of the day, I don't interfere with his food. No. So this is my message for y'all. Take care of your men, ladies. Make sure you don't interfere with their food. The only way a person can become a home wrecker if your home was already in a wreck. I'm just going to leave you with that food for thought, and I'm going to sip on this lovely drink on that note. But I just wanted to share that because my daughter and her boyfriend was like, you should really come out with this information and share it with the world. And I was like, you know what? I might blog on this tonight because this is true tea. And a lot of women, we don't really understand how complicated we make the situation when it's really not that complicated at all. Like, we're here because we come from their ribs. And God knew what to make for him to feel content. But we get so caught up on what his job is, what his responsibility is, what he should be doing, that we start to forget what ours is to him. No, it's not to be a doormat, because I don't play those games. It's not for you to allow a person to treat you any type of way. And ladies, I would have personal information on the opposite sex for you to know how to deal with the men and understand, for the men to understand us women more in details. But either way, I just want to tell you, love on yours, okay? There's plenty of women out here ready to take them. They are something major to have. It's not a lot of them left. Okay, so if you got you a good one, don't take him for granted. I just wanted to say that, throw it out there. I want you to all have a wonderful night. I'm going to start doing segments with my husband as well, and we're going to give some love advice. So please tune in. Take care. Take care. You know, this liquor must be kicking in already. Have a great one. Night, night. Please subscribe, okay? You're amazing. I'm going to start bringing more content, more material, and we're going to have a blast. Until then, stay blessed, stay fabulous, have a happy holiday, and take care. Mwah. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.